Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. I apologize for the lighting in this. I'm recording this in my car still, but in my apartment complex because I forgot to record this right after, and I wanted to listen to the podcast that I was listening to on the way back. The podcast is entitled The Art of Charm, which if you're looking, or if you enjoy podcasts, I would highly recommend that one. It has a lot of stuff about improving different parts of your life, socially and whatnot, and it's an interesting thing. Talk about business sometimes too, but it's a cool little podcast, and I'm definitely a fan of listening to podcasts since it helps get my eyeballs off the computer screen from watching a bunch of videos, which is a beneficial thing to me, and it allows me to do other things besides stare at a screen all day. It allows me to, stretch and whatnot with that. But anywho, with my workout today, I started out with some stiff-legged deadlifts. Sorry, I forgot what I did today for a second. Stiff-legged deadlifts. And then I went on to some barbell rows. With the stiff-legged deadlifts and with the barbell rows, I went with a double overhand grip with those. And I'm slowly figuring out how to do the double overhand in a more consistent way, because that has a tendency to roll out of my hands once the weight gets heavy, even if my grip is not failing. But I kind of hold it similar to how I would do a hook grip, I just don't have my thumb underneath. So most of the pressure is on these two fingers, and it allows me to kind of hold it more consistently with it. Obviously my grip's still weak, so I can't do that much weight, but it allows me to work on my grip more consistently with that. It was up to 315 for the stiff-legged, and I believe that was for either three reps, I forget exactly. I just wanted to do a couple and get into the feel of that. And then the barbell rows were up to 275 for a set of 3. Then I went on to do some push presses, which I haven't done in a while. I was able to get a small PR of 5 pounds with 205 on my top set. I failed 215. I think I'll eventually be able to get that. I don't think it's that far away. I just have to be fresh while I do it and not be tired from a week of training with that. But little progress is good, and especially with shoulder stuff, any progress is great for any shoulder stuff that I'm doing with all of that. After I did the push presses, I went on and I did 2 sets of front squats, or 1 set. I forget. I did some front squats with 135 with 135 for 5 reps, and then I did a set of back squats of 10 with, I believe it was 155. Very lightweight, just feeling the weights out and just trying to go through the motions and without aggravating my hip too much, allowing it to kind of recover. After that, I went to some closed grip bench, and I went up to 275 for 2 reps, I believe, and those all moved well. Closed grip is moving fine, and just happy. I mean, bench is just moving well, so I'm just hopefully keep that progressing. And I plan on doing a lot of closed grip because I get a lot of shoulder work with the weightlifting, and I don't get as much tricep work, and the triceps are my weak point right now for my bench press, so getting that to be stronger is only going to help. And it's not as if, sorry, I'm just watching a bird outside. Little ADD there. It's not as if my bench won't benefit from the closed grip bench, and it's it's more specific to the area I need to train, since I do a lot of shoulders with the weightlifting stuff. After that, I did some accessory work, which I did not record. I did some like curls and overhead triceps, some bodyweight dips, a couple of curl ups, and some step ups. And that was the last thing I wanted to mention in this video. I did some step ups. It was a pretty moderate box. It wasn't anything too strenuous with that. But what I noticed with the step ups is that on the way up, it isn't very difficult with both legs. It's about the same as far as the exertion I have to put. But if I tried to do a negative with my left leg, it's much easier than with my right leg. Now with my right leg, my knee is a little achy, my hip's a little achy. So that, and I'm sure that I have a strength imbalance between the 2 legs, and I have a feeling that probably led to a little bit of the issues with my leg. And even if it hasn't, it's definitely going to be an area that I want to work on with that unilateral work, and with step-ups in particular, because it wasn't really bothering my leg because I didn't use any weight, just body weight with those. So using that would be a very good way to diagnose my leg as it hopefully continues to improve, and just doing more unilateral work in general, especially for my quads, because I think that'll just be an area that will benefit me in general with that, and perhaps add more of that unilateral work with my legs in general, since most of my accessory work I do for my upper bodies is with dumbbells and stuff, so it's kind of unilateral in nature. I don't do as much as I should with my lower body with all that sort of stuff, seeing how squats and deadlifts and all that fun stuff takes a lot out of you, but it's definitely beneficial to do a lot of the little movements to work on the little muscles and the imbalances that develop over time with that. But hopefully that all improves, and the next video you'll be seeing of me is my good old weekly update, which I'll be talking about some of my plans for next week, which will be well, I don't want to spoil it. You'll have to wait to that video. But I'll see you all in that video. And I hope your days and week of training is all going well. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace.